All right, let's set the stage for this one. Today in Houston, the race for the City Council District C seat is heating up. 7 candidates are running in a special election, and early voting starts tomorrow.
I'm Leah.
And I'm Garrett.
Welcome to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett in Houston.
First up, early voting begins tomorrow for the special election in Houston City Council District C. The election itself is set for April 4th, and 7 candidates are on the ballot. A quick explainer: a special election is an off-schedule vote held to fill a vacancy or address a specific need. It's basically outside the usual November cycle, which can catch people off guard. Early voting opens March 18th, giving District C residents a head start to cast ballots before the April 4th deadline. These off-cycle elections usually see lower turnout, so getting in early can make a bigger impact than you might expect. If District C is your home turf, remember March 18th for early voting and April 4th for Election Day.
Let's unpack this. Community involvement really matters because local councils directly shape street repairs, park funding, and neighborhood safety. Why do special elections draw fewer voters? It's often timing and awareness. They're not paired with big national races, so fewer reminders hit our radar. If you want diverse representation that reflects your block and your priorities, this is the moment to show up. Next up, Houston's economy is growing faster than its peer metros, according to a new look from the Greater Houston Partnership. Quick definition: the Greater Houston Partnership, or GHP, is a regional business organization that tracks economic trends and supports growth. And peer metros means other large U.S. metro regions similar in size and scope. GHP points to a strong mix of sectors. Energy, healthcare, and technology are all pulling their weight. When we say business-friendly environment, we're talking about factors like costs, regulation, and talent pipelines that make it easier for companies to hire and build. That mix is keeping investment flowing and jobs coming online, which positions Houston ahead of comparable cities right now.
Yeah, that checks out. The growth is impressive, but it brings some real-world questions. Can our infrastructure keep pace, and can people still afford to live close to work? Infrastructure here means the bones of the city: roads, transit, water, and the grid. On housing, there's a small bright spot. The Houston Association of Realtors, HAR, reported more homes hitting the market in February and prices moderating, meaning prices aren't spiking as fast and may be leveling a bit. Sustainable development is key. In plain terms, build in a way the city can support long-term without overloading traffic or pushing people out. Here we go. Next one. Pedestrian safety improvements are underway at the intersection of Ella and Grovewood. Construction kicked off this month to boost safety and address walkability concerns. When we say walkability, we mean how safe and convenient it is to get around on foot, with things like crosswalks, signals, and sidewalks that actually connect where people need to go. Urban planning, basically the practice of designing how a city's streets, spaces, and services fit together, can make a measurable dent in accidents. Small design choices, like curb extensions and brighter markings, tend to slow cars and increase visibility. This project reflects neighbors pushing for safer roads, and it shows the city responding to those voices.
That's close to the heart of it. Safer crossings change daily routines. School drop-offs feel calmer, dog walks feel less tense, and folks with strollers or wheelchairs get a clearer, safer path. Why does it sometimes take so long to get a crosswalk built? Funding, design approvals, and coordination with utilities can stretch timelines. I'm glad this one's moving, and I'd love to see more of these fixes rolled out across the city, especially on those wide roads where speeds creep up. Switching gears just a little, the Swift building is nearing full capacity with new tenants, now about 80% leased. Occupancy rate is simply the share of space that's rented out, and a high rate points to strong demand. That demand says businesses like what they see in the location and the amenities. This kind of momentum can spark a ripple effect, more foot traffic for nearby shops and restaurants, and potentially more investment in surrounding blocks. It's also a signal that companies are betting on Houston's future, which fits with that broader growth story we just talked about.
For sure, high occupancy is a win, but there's a balance to strike so we don't oversaturate, meaning build more space than demand can support. Strategic urban planning helps here. In simple terms, make sure roads, transit, parking, and public spaces keep pace with new offices so commutes stay sane and small businesses next door can thrive rather than get priced out. Last up, the Heights Neighborhood Library celebrated its 100th anniversary on March 14th, a full century. Libraries do more than lend books. They offer internet access, homework help, job resources, community events, and a quiet, safe place to learn. That centennial really underlines how steady and essential that support has been.
That one gave me chills. A library is a community's heartbeat for learning. It promotes literacy across ages, preserves local history, and lowers barriers by keeping information free and available. If you haven't been in a while, this is your nudge to pop in and see what's new. Story times, workshops, and reading lists that make picking your next book a breeze. Thanks for tuning in to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett here in Houston.
Have a great day, and remember to join us tomorrow for more local updates.